I have zero evidence that Street Fighter 6 will be announced this evening, but I poured all my faith and identity to that happening. So your move, Capcom. Uh, Possible.
I
It
mean,
has.
we weren't expecting Street Fighter V a few years ago.
Fair enough. The next gen platforms are here.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I guess if we're live, um, welcome to our coverage of E3 day 3, if I'm remembering correctly. I know it's a bit. How do I put this? Blurrier this year because it's not just E3. It's you got the Summer Game Fest going on in parallel.
Yeah, because
And
fuck all of us, that's why.
yeah, and you've got other things like the Guerrilla Collective. It's all this COVID conference backwash that we're still dealing with that hopefully isn't a thing next year. Is like, okay, you filled the void when E3 wasn't a thing, and E3 is back, but it's all recorded conferences and shit still. You know, 2022 we should, E3 should be back to as normal as it can get. Like I think E3, Sony and EA are permanently out of the picture, but beyond that, not only will we have all the conferences, we'll have them live because, yeah, I would like uh, some more structure here.
Yes, please.
Like, you know, no idea if some of these other, like, no idea if we're getting a second one of these from Capcom next year. Like, again, I presume that we've got this because, every, you know, can't go to conventions yet. Like, honestly, conventions, yeah, it should be among the last things to return because, look, that shit ain't healthy in normal times.
Yeah, you could get the plague before. We don't want you getting something far worse.
Uh, I, I mean, shit. That's probably where the monster mutations will come from.
Would not be
COVID.
shocked.
Yeah, COVID Con Plague Edition.
Yeah. Now with your
Anyway,
healthy dose of, multiple vectors for it to mutate from.
indeed.
Hmm.
It's possible. Anyway, it's just Petty and I currently. Don't know where Twilight is. We really don't know
He
where
might
he
still
is.
be at work.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He could be running errands, or like we don't really know his work hours. I don't think we've ever asked. Really doesn't come up much,
Mm-hmm.
honestly.
Well, this
Because
this is the only time it's really relevant is E3.
yeah, true enough. But and Galax is around, but he's dealing with his sister, if I'm
Mm-hmm.
remembering. So A lot of a lot of people indisposed this year as well.
Yeah.
And not for COVID reasons, surprisingly.
Yeah, it's almost like E3 kind of snuck up on us.
It's more, this isn't a day job thing for us.
Yeah.
Well, at least most of us. You know, I guess for you and I, it's a day job.
Probably as close as we're going to get.
Yeah. Without violating certain things.
Indeed.
So, anyway, so what to expect at the Capcom E3 live stream here? Um, Currently, we're getting updates on Monster Hunter Rise. Um, More information about the Great Ace Attorney coming out on July 27th. Monster Hunter Stories 2, Wings of Ruin, out on July 9th. Updates on Resident Evil Village. And that's like what we know. Like updates to either previously announced or previously released games.
Hmm.
Nothing's really leaked in terms of Capcom, as opposed to some things like Super Monkey Ball. God, what was it?
Something
Not
Mania, I think.
Yeah, Banana Mania just got another leak. Like, good God, just uh,
Somebody at Nintendo and/or Sega might be hanging from the rafters right now.
well, I mean, Jesus, like this pretty much confirmed. Well, it's like okay, the box art leaked, the platforms leaked, screenshots leaked. Pretty much everything leaked except for like a video and maybe a PC announcement, but that's probably coming alongside.
Hmm.
No, my point is like we've had a few E3 leaks,
Hmm.
but like no indication that Street Fighter 6 or Devil May Cry 6 or insert desired Capcom property here has
Hmm.
leaked.
Dragon's Dogma returns. What the fuck?
Yeah, Dragon's Dogma. It's been a while since that got a release.
Yeah, that'd be definite. What the fuck?
Not like,
Or more of a what? Where the hell did you come from?
let's see. There's also that Capcom PlayStation 5 game that I forget the name of.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, as far as completely new stuff, well, I mean, it's completely new stuff. How do you anticipate that?
I guess we'll find out.
Sure enough.
So I guess we are starting in 3 minutes.
Yes.
Oh
At
boy.
least that is the plan. I mean, Capcom hasn't put any timers or countdowns.
Hmm.
They don't even have music playing.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering, did the stream die?
That kind of shows you how new they are to this whole process.
Indeed. Because usually they piggyback off one of the big three.
Uh-huh. Or all of them.
Indeed.
Uh, and they're not the only rookie happening this year. We got Bandai Namco tomorrow.
Ah, yes. For the love of God, give me a release date for Digimon Survive, and I won't go insane.
Seeing all the people we knew there are gone.
Unfortunate.
Well, just a minute to go here.
Indeed.
Come on, Return of Cheeky Cheeky Boys.
The fuck?
Sometimes you gotta go deep with these cuts. You know,
There's deep and then there's fucking bifurcating something. Jesus.
my knowledge of Capcom is storied and long.
I can tell.
Seriously, Mega Twins is a really good game, and unfairly forgotten. Now, if not that, I want a new Forgotten Worlds. Look, everyone begs for a new Okami or Mega Man. Like,
That's another one that would be kind of cool if they revived Legend 3 for the Switch or something.
I mean, look,
I said it'd be cool, not it's happening.
like, yeah.
Because, yes, sometimes Mega Man, or Capcom can be spiteful assholes.
Yes, I remember. Well, I mean, well, it's 5:30. So once again, that's this is a concern I had with Capcom and indeed Bandai Namco.
Here we go.
Once again, yep. E10
Oh, wow, that
plus
is loud. This is why I prefer if they have music at the beginning so I can test my audio.
Yeah. Has Capcom ever updated
Welcome
their
to the
logo?
Capcom E3 Showcase. I'm your host, Rachel Querico,
No.
aka Seltzer, and I'll be your guide as we walk through the latest releases, news, and updates from Capcom. We'll hear from the Resident Evil Village team, share some news from the world of Monster Hunter, and get the latest on Ace Attorney. Then we'll wrap up with some updates from our friends at Capcom Fighters. So what are we waiting for? Let's
Well
get
then.
started. Our first stop
Capcom
today,
Fighters.
Resident Evil Village.
Raised
The Resident
eyebrow.
Evil franchise continues to pioneer the latest and greatest in survival horror. The team has been blown away by the response to Resident Evil Village, which launched last month. It brought the world another
lady is
chapter in
way
its
too perky
decades-long
and chipper
story
for my
as the
taste.
franchise
Yeah, I
celebrates its
want to know what
25th
she had to
anniversary this
snort
year.
before the show.
I'm honored to be able to introduce Tsuyoshi Kanda, producer on Resident Evil Village, with a special message for the fans.
Another time.
Bye-bye.
There's nothing to fear.
Where's Rose? She's everything to me.
I think it's time you left things in my hands. Go on, rest.
Really don't have much to say because I haven't played Resident Evil Village.
Hi everyone, my name is Tsuyoshi Kanda, producer on Resident Evil Village. I wanted to take this opportunity to thank everyone who's played since we launched the game in May. We hope you're enjoying this new chapter in survival horror. As a reminder, everyone who purchases Resident Evil Village will gain free access to our online multiplayer title, Resident Evil Reverse, where players go head-to-head with their favorite
They
Resident
keep
Evil
trying to
heroes
force this
and
on the
bioweapons.
world.
I'm
Stop
now happy
trying
to
to make
announce that Resident Evil
Resident Evil
Reverse will go
multiplayer
live
a
next
thing.
month
Yeah.
across all supported platforms. So head into the fray to celebrate the Resident Evil 25th
Like
anniversary.
seriously, this is what the fourth, fifth time you've tried this.
Something
it never
like that.
sticks.
Oh, man.
Yay?
Thank you, Kanda-san, for that wonderful
okay,
update.
you just-
Next up, some long-awaited news
Yay,
from the world of
generic
Monster
DLC
Hunter.
announcements.
Whether it's adventuring alongside monsters or battling them with friends, we've got something for you. First, let's dive into the brand new story-based RPG entry to the series, Monster Hunter Stories 2: Wings of Ruin.
Okay, what's with these tiles? They're annoying. When you see you've logged in 200 hours of Monster Hunter.
Fuck off.
Red may have
Tell
been
me I'm
strong
wrong.
and skilled, but against the awesome power of nature.
I'm not gonna comment
merely a man.
glancing over at Monster
never
Hunter
stood a
World on my
chance.
shelf.
All around, things just kept getting worse. But I heard that Guardian Ratha had survived and returned to Hekolu Island. I went there to see Red's old monster again. Then, of course, that's when I met you.
You were given Red's kinship stone and now a Rathalos egg. This is destiny.
Make an omelet.
This is the legendary monster.
Romantic?
Ratha, the monster with the wings of ruin.
It's said that a beat of its wings can bring about waves of destruction.
Many people believe there's a connection between the strange happenings and the wings of ruin. The pits are appearing everywhere, and they're emitting a strange light.
What's this whole idea of forming kinship with monsters? How do you control them?
It's not about control. Monsters help riders
So,
of their own will.
Monster Hunter Pokemon.
And
Basically.
the bonds between monsters and riders are just like your bond with Tsukino.
What kind of power does Ratha really have? Why are all of these pits appearing? And who are those people who want to take Ratha for themselves? All I have are questions.
If there's worry or doubt in your voice,
Clearly.
Ratha will become anxious too. He needs to know that you will protect him no matter what.
I can sense the flames of his life force weakening. The burden of such great power is too much for his body to bear.
That's nice. With great
voice.
responsibility.
Can you hear it?
Riders can bond with monsters.
How can you not hear that?
Fellow humans.
They have the power of kinship. They're friends. They're monsties. Humans carry the strength of everyone they meet. That makes them strong.
Yes, yes, by the heart of the
Friends here
cards.
taught me that. I believe in the strength of humanity.
Seriously, this is some kid shonen level writing.
Yeah. We can tell the
Monster Hunter
demographic of
Stories.
this.
Yeah. Premiering this fall on Disney XD.
Well then.
Monsty?
Yeah, that's what they call the monsters that have bonded with a human, a monstie.
Okay then. Like, believe me, that's irritating me beyond reason and belief.
I know. Trust me, I know.
Looks pretty epic, right? And how about that announcement? The canine companion Palamute from Monster Hunter Rise will be joining Monster Hunter Stories 2 as one of the new monsties in the first free title update coming soon after the game's release.
Looks more
You can get an
mid-stakes, if I'm
early
being
peek at the
honest.
game with the Monster
I've
Hunter
seen
Stories 2
what
Wings of Ruin
Epic looks
trial
like in
version,
Monster Hunter,
starting on
and
June 25th,
that's not that.
which also carries your progress over to the full game release just a few weeks later on July 9th. That's not the only way to join the hunt. Millions of you made Monster Hunter Rise a huge success earlier this year, and we have even
This lady
more
cannot
content
stop
coming,
smiling, and
including
it's
a new
unnerving.
collaboration
I
on the
know.
rise. Let's find out more.
Like, did you come from the Stepford compound?
Possibly.
Let's go. This is for my fellow hunters.
Yeah, I guess that figures. Is it really that much of a collaboration when Monster Hunter collaborates with Monster Hunter?
Not really.
I mean, I was kind of expecting that, you know, since these things were announced. Huh. Okay. That's a tonal whiplash.
Yeah?
Is like my second home.
What is this clip-clop music?
That's usually the fucking Gathering Hub theme or something. I have concerns.
There has never been a better time to be a Monster Hunter fan. With all the new updates to Monster Hunter Rise and the launch of Monster Hunter Stories 2 this summer. We can't wait to hear about your own stories of adventure. Well, that's not the only thing Capcom has in store for us this July. Fans of Phoenix Wright will have new chapters to explore with the release of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
European future attorneys will finally be able to get their hands on the Great Ace Attorney Adventures and the Great Ace Attorney 2 Resolve, which were previously only available in Japan. You'll travel back in time to the late 19th century Japan and London to play as Ryunosuke Naruhodo, Phoenix Wright's ancestor, in this action-packed prequel. Now let's hear more about the story.
So then, let us unwrap it. Welcome to the center of the world. Great Britain's mighty capital.
They said we would never get this.
They were wrong.
I have to.
What are they to say now?
So then, let us unravel this mystery and discover what events.
Like, no, seriously, this was apparently a hell of a localization effort.
I would imagine.
We must solve this case, Naruhodo-san.
Ah, it's Hemlock Sholmes.
Because fuck royalties.
Like, basically.
It would seem
like,
truth is now
I mean, Hemlock Sholmes is the very original creation of the guy who did the Andre Lupin books. Because he didn't want to pay to license Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's work.
objection. My lord, with all due respect, this is an outrage.
You're the best lawyer in the world.
So we have 10 new cases and 8 mini escapades where you can take on the role of a defense attorney. Now, we all want to see some gameplay, right? Let's take a closer first look at 2 gameplay features new
Yes,
to the
actually.
franchise in the Great
I
Ace
never got
Attorney
into the Ace
Chronicles.
Attorney
Dance of
series.
deduction
Have fun.
and summation examination.
Hello,
Spoilers maybe
I mean, I'm
included.
not the biggest belter of Ace Attorney, but I enjoyed the first 2 games.
Capital of Great
Never got the third.
Where to?
The Supreme Court in Whitehall, if you wouldn't mind.
The Capcom team is thrilled to present 2 new gameplay features, Dance of Deduction and Summation Examination, coming to the Ace Attorney series.
Right?
While investigating to prove your client's innocence, players will come across conspicuous situations that require further examination with the help of Ryunosuke's legal aid Suzato and the brilliance of deduction from Detective Herlock.
Burlock.
Herlock will proceed to present his logic and reasoning spectacular, a grandiose yet flawed series of conjectures.
I mean, was that fueled by cocaine? No, seriously. Sherlock Holmes had a serious cocaine habit at one point in the books.
Ah, fun.
Turn of the century.
Yeah.
Like, cocaine was in vogue as a medicine.
Yeah.
I mean, Sigmund Freud was a big fan until one of his friends OD'd.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of the problem with Ace Attorney's gameplay, it's not really interesting to watch.
Ryunosuke and Susato will then discuss to correct the flaws in Herlock's deduction.
Yes, find the contradictions.
At this point, players will be prompted to search for clues that help identify the errors in the detective's logic and reveal the truth to the mystery.
So basically, we're doing his job for him.
I mean, this is how an Ace Attorney game plays
As
out.
players present new evidence and observations, Herlock will amend his deductions based on the new information. Upon uncovering the truth, Ryunosuke and Herlock enter into a semi-metaphorical, semi-literal dance that brings them to the conclusion of the dance of deduction.
I mean, yeah, this looks fancier, but it's still... That took a turn.
In courtroom battles, players will attempt to convince 6 jurors of the innocence of their client. Their progress will be displayed and represented by 2 scales of justice, one black, representing a guilty verdict, and one white, representing a not guilty verdict. In summation examination,
Okay, I like that
face
addition.
off against the jurors, all of whom provide explanations as to why they've reached their guilty verdict.
You'll have to identify conflicting statements and sway the jury in your favor. Examine each statement carefully and select 2 contradicting jurors to call out the flaws in their logic.
Objection!
be ready to provide evidence from the court record to help prove the contradiction in their claims. When you successfully point out one of these contradictions among the jurors, you might just change their minds, too. With a slam of their fist, each juror you persuade will send a fiery ball towards the scales above and literally tip the scales of justice in your favor. Bring each contradiction to light and persuade the jury to help prove your client's innocence.
Objection! My lord, with all due respect, this is an outrage!
This has just been a small taste of the exciting new gameplay features in the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. We are very excited to get this game in the
I am
hands of
interested in
both
this.
fans and diehard fans alike. Thanks for watching.
It already seems like I have a bunch of games to catch up on. There are some exciting new adventures and titles to look forward to. Well, that's a look at the new premieres from Capcom. But what about esports? Let's close out today's showcase with a few words from two of the stars of Capcom Fighters, Rob TV and Vicious. They'll tell us what's been going on with Capcom esports, including updates on the Capcom Pro Tour, Intel World Open.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping for a new Street Fighter, but
Over to you
nah.
guys.
We're gonna go into esports.
Yeah, I was hoping for, maybe, if not new Street Fighter, a new Techromancer at least. But seriously, you're ending this on esports. Somebody needs to set Capcom aside and tell them what E3 is supposed to be about. This is when you roll out new game announcements. Do you seriously have nothing to show?
Yeah.
Outside of, updates.
And there might be some people at home, bitches, who
Or is this a lead into Street Fighter 6?
The long and the short of it is
No
we
clue.
travel all around the world, state to state, country to country, and we try to bring our opponent's life bar from 100.
Who the fuck cares?
I know, we all know how Street Fighter fucking works.
Sign up for Capcom Pro Tour to prove and become possibly a world champion at Street Fighter V.
The double perfect, the way he looked at the camera like, don't ever expect another man controlling.
So in this year's CPT overall, it's a series of tournaments that have $5,000 on the line for each tournament, but that money alone, that's not what's really at stake here. It's about making it to the granddaddy of them all, Capcom Cup.
Yeah.
Item just reset in grand finals of Capcom.
So behind me, you can see in all of its glory,
There's keeping your expectations in check, and then there's you showed up with fucking nothing.
And then there's you need to dig a hole to find where they went to.
And we check out all of the top competitors from each and every one of these regions. And speaking of, the
Yeah,
Capcom Pro Tour has shaped
like-
up a lot. 2021, we have 32 events going on in the Capcom Pro Tour, spanning across 19 different territories. So there's so many opportunities.
I can't tell who had a worst E3 presentation so far. Capcom or Square Enix?
That is a big change.
Capcom.
Fair.
Square Enix showed shit. Yeah, they overshowed Guardians of the Galaxy, but that was new. That wasn't new announcements. They had several new announcements there. Here it's been, oh hey, look, a showcase of a game that's that's being translated, that's actually been out for a while. Or
basically being told that DLC is coming out for a game, or being worked on rather.
Yeah, and they had showcase of games that are coming soon. Fine, but where's the new game announcements? Where's fucking Devil May Cry 6? And so on and so forth.
You actually have your teammates at your back, and
the
decision that you make is not about you anymore.
No, I'm not going to apologize for having that kind of expectations for a goddamn E3 conference. This is kind of the point of an E3 conference, not to shill your esports league.
The Intel World Opening is happening right now.
Top players representing 11 regions around the world are competing for their
No,
place in the World Finals
like,
happening
no,
next
nobody
month. Be
cares.
sure to check out the
No,
official website
nobody
for more
who is
information,
here
including current
is here to
streaming
tune in
and
for the fucking
broadcast schedules. To
esports.
commemorate this event, everyone who logged in during this period will receive
Now-
an exclusive competitor title and dojo object. You do not want to miss this.
This is basically the television and movie segments.
Yeah. This is where in years prior they'd be talking about fucking sales figures.
Basically, that was a bit more understandable because, you know, that goes back to the trade, you know, the pure trade show roots. This is, they're just shilling their esports league.
Yeah.
Best Street Fighter V players in the world compete head to head.
I dare you to find better Street Fighter. I dare you.
This is a game about being a world warrior.
Obviously, they got a rivalry. I'm the best in the world.
This game has changed the lives of so many people here.
That's what I'm talking about.
I mean, how many ways can I say I don't care about this and wish it would go away?
We might need to start going into other languages.
Thanks, guys. It's been a really exciting season so far, and I can't wait to see how this plays out on the road to Capcom Cup. Remember to check out Capcom Fighters' Twitch and YouTube channels for more information and to watch the latest matches. So that's a wrap for Capcom at E3 this year. Let's recap what we all saw.
Wow.
Resident Evil Village is back.
Really?
The
We
latest
need to
installment
recap
of the survival
this?
horror experience, and
God, it's like an
RE-verse as
anime
part of the
with a
franchise's
fucking
25th
flashback
anniversary.
from literally
We
5
have new
minutes
adventures
before
to
the
embark on in the
episode.
world of Monster Hunter.
Yeah,
with Monster Hunter
yeah.
Stories 2, Wings of Ruin,
Seriously,
and Monster Hunter
you
Rise.
didn't have
and don't
that-
forget to go back in time with the great
Like
Ace
the
Attorney
Xbox
Chronicles.
conference,
Tap into the
could,
family history
you know,
of Phoenix
that
Wright
getting,
and solving
that doing a
cases.
recap at the end, I get
don't
because
miss out on the
that's a
esports
goddamn
fun.
hour and a half
Make
of
sure you catch
game
the
after
latest
game
matches
after
with
game.
Capcom
Yeah, it
Fighters.
was a fucking
There really is
deluge.
something for everyone here today.
Yeah,
But
this
don't go anywhere
was
yet. Join the
fucking
conversation on
Spriggs.
Twitter and make sure you check out the Capcom virtual booth on the E3
The only
portal
thing we
to
didn't
watch
really
all these
know
videos
was-
again
I don't
and
think you
more.
want to see the conversation on Twitter.
Thank you for being part of the Capcom experience at E3 this year.
I don't want to experience that again.
Yeah. Look, when we go back to the full E3 experience next year, don't do another one of these, Capcom.
Yeah.
Have some fucking games.
Yeah.
Seriously, you had nothing.
Like, I think the only new thing they announced is DLC being developed for Resident Evil Village. That's it.
That and some updates for the Monster Hunter games. You know, because yeah, the Great Ace Attorney games, they've been out for years in Japan. Just, you know, they got ported over to other platforms and, you know, getting translated. Just, wow. That is 25 minutes of my life I'll never get back.
Same.
And yeah, hands down, the worst. Because, yeah, Square Enix conference could be tedious. Microsoft's conference could be downright numbing at times. But this just wasted our fucking time. Like, I could have ignored this and been better off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thankfully, the next one is Nintendo, and you know they're going to deliver things.
Mother 3 for Nintendo Switch. Just walk out on that.
Yeah, that would be a thing. But I mean, like I said, you know, Nintendo is definitely poised to reveal, if not the second to last, but the last two Smash Brothers fighters, among other things. Like, Nintendo's got their back half of 2021 to reveal. So, they're going to have shit. I don't know what Bandai Namco's got going. They're another new face. So
Yeah.
anyway, Yeah. I guess on that note, I'll catch you tomorrow.
Later.